This is a Rhogenesis Source Reading. Public domain ancient and sacred texts read chapter by chapter as source material for later motif mapping and interpretation. Today's reading is of chapter 40, the Book of Genesis, Young's literal translation, Robert Young, 1862. And it cometh to pass after these things, the butler of the king of Egypt and the baker have sinned against their lord, against the king of Egypt. And Pharaoh is wroth against his two eunuchs, against the chief of the butlers, and against the chief of the bakers, and giveth them in charge in the house of the chief of the executioners, unto the round house, the place where Joseph, a prisoner, and the chief of the executioners chargeth Joseph with them, and he serveth them, and they are days in charge. And they dream a dream both of them, each his dream in one night, each according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker, whom the king of Egypt hath, who prisoners in the round house. And Joseph cometh in unto them in the morning, and seeth them, and lo, they morose. And he asketh Pharaoh's eunuchs, who with him in charge in the house of his lord, saying, Wherefore your face is sad today? And they say unto him, A dream we have dreamed, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph saith unto them, Are not interpretations with God? Recount, I pray you, to me. And the chief of the butlers recounteth his dream to Joseph, and saith to him, In my dream, then lo, a vine before me, and in the vine 3 branches, and it, as it were flourishing, gone up hath its blossom, its clusters have ripened grapes. And Pharaoh's cup in my hand, and I take the grapes and press them into the cup of Pharaoh, and I give the cup into the hand of Pharaoh. And Joseph saith to him, This its interpretation, the 3 branches are 3 days. Yet within 3 days doth Pharaoh lift up thy head, and hath put thee back on thy station, and thou hast given the cup of Pharaoh into his hand, according to the former custom when thou wast his butler. Surely if thou hast remembered me with thee, when it is well with thee, and hast done, I pray thee, kindness with me, and hast made mention of me unto Pharaoh, then hast thou brought me out from this house. For I was really stolen from the land of the Hebrews, and here also have I done nothing, that they have put me in the pit. And the chief of the bakers seeth that he hath interpreted good, and he saith unto Joseph, I also in a dream, and lo, 3 baskets of white bread on my head, and in the uppermost basket of all of Pharaoh's food, work of a baker, and the birds are eating them out of the basket from off my head. And Joseph answereth and saith, This its interpretation, the 3 baskets are 3 days. Yet within 3 days doth Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and hath hanged thee on a tree, and the birds have eaten thy flesh from off thee. And it cometh to pass, on the 3rd day, Pharaoh's birthday, that he maketh a banquet to all his servants, and lifteth up the head of the chief of the butlers, and the head of the chief of the bakers among his servants. And he putteth back the chief of the butlers to his butlership, and he giveth the cup into the hand of Pharaoh. And the chief of the bakers he hath hanged, as Joseph hath interpreted to them. And the chief of the butlers hath not remembered Joseph, but forgetteth him. This reading now enters the Rhogenesis Source Archive. Later, we will return to it to trace its motifs, symbols, and recurring questions across other traditions. For now, the source has spoken. The source returns first. Meaning follows. Thank you for listening. If something in this reading stayed with you, a motif, a symbol, or a question, feel free to share it in the comments. And if this reading resonated, leaving a like helps signal what is worth continuing to explore. If you're interested in public domain ancient and sacred texts, you can subscribe to follow future readings, released chapter by chapter.